But here's what's really freaky. Jennifer Zhang is a YouTuber. I'm not super familiar with who she is, but she's been tweeting a lot about what's going on. She tweeted this image, and she writes, presumably a translation, urgent notice, all county, town, and village departments. All government departments in all towns and villages must continue to implement the level 1 response measures. Resume all previous disease prevent and control measures and make sure nothing goes wrong. When leaders from province come to make unannounced inspections this week, implement all control measures at all communities, especially old communities, for densely populated places such as hotels, markets, liquor stores, and parks. Resume temperature taking and registering mainly. And then there's April 13th. She says, mainly applied to people from other places, Hubei and Wuhan. In the meantime, take control measures in villages according to local situations. All the above measures must be implemented within 1 hour. Xingtai County. What does it say of Henan Province? Coronavirus Pneumonia Control Office. I'm sorry, she said sorry should be Hubei Province. So Hebei Province. Apparently, she tweeted this out. What is this? This is yesterday morning. And people are saying the gist of it, China's going into lockdown again.
Yeah.
They just started talking in the news. No new deaths, no new cases. They're leaving lockdown, back in lockdown. This is, you know what, man? I'll tell you what. There's no evidence right now to suggest this is a bioweapon, at least where we're at. Fox News is reporting that China was trying to show that they could keep up with the U.S., and they made a big mistake.
Yep.
So even now, the government actors, the general, whatever, haven't confirmed that. Okay. But I'll tell you what, man. Could you ask for a more perfect biological agent for this country?
Nope.
You could not.
No, that's exactly.
So again, I want to clarify. I am in no way suggesting. I am saying this is extremely fortuitous in every way for them, and it makes me suspect. Yep. I'd like to see this investigated because now we know there's a cover-up that's being reported by multiple outlets. But here's what I was thinking. If this virus was like Ebola level, it'd be shut down in 2 seconds. You do it. You if you wanted something to be truly effective at hurting people, you'd want an airborne virus. You'd want a two-week incubation period, and you'd want a decently low mortality rate, enough to cripple the country in panic and fear, to shut down naval vessels and weaken your enemy.
Yeah, but at the same time, they admit they want to be better than us. They want to prove that they can handle things better than Americans can. So this, if it did get out, and there was Americans that were like, they have this lab that we should be worried about, and they're like, no, we can do this, we can handle it, and then it gets out, and they're like, oh man, don't tell anybody that it got out. Like, let's try to put a cap on this, and then it blows up, and now it's a worldwide pandemic. I can see the argument that they just fumbled this in the worst way possible, and that it might not be any sort of act of war.
No. Right. I actually think the Fox News story makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not surprised by it. I'm surprised it's Bret Baier reporting it because I didn't think we'd get hard confirmation like this.
Yeah.
But what you just said, I really don't think they would try to cripple their own economy.
Exactly.
I do think they're bumbling morons who slipped on a banana peel and dropped a glass vial and went, oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And then it got out.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It makes way more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as much, some people have tried to say that because of the trade war and because, China's economy has been seriously hurting, that this was their act of aggression. I don't know. I
think it would have been way worse.
I don't.
I think it would have been worse if it was really them trying to hurt us.
How could it be worse?
I mean, we have those reports from the Department of Justice that they've been smuggling in SARS virus to America. So if it originated in Wuhan, we have all these, the travel logs of like how it spread from Wuhan, and it's very clear from there. If they wanted to really hurt us, they would have dropped it in New York City,
Kansas,
wherever,
yep,
in the middle of the country, so that it spread from here. And then it really didn't do that.
You're right. That's a good point because they've tried claiming that it originated in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what one of the Chinese officials has said.
I think that doesn't make any sense.
Of course,
right.
If China really wanted to win, they would have made it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So so for those that didn't see that story either, Yahoo News and other outlets have reported that over the past several years, Chinese scientists were illicitly bringing in viruses.
Yes, some people got caught with it and lied about it. until they were like, well, what's this vial? Oh, well, now that you found that vial,
Right.
actually, it's this, it's the SARS virus. And
Yeah.
it's like, what?
I think we got ourselves a case of Three Stooges syndrome.
Yeah, maybe.
It's China going whoop, 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 slipping and then shattering the vial and then going for real. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not surprising that what Fox News is reporting. I think most of us expected this.
Yep.
But I want to entertain another possibility, or not, maybe not a possibility, but I want to highlight this article. You know, China is harvesting organs. I pulled this up just because I want to show you that these people are twist, like their culture, their government, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with a group of people that are harvesting organs.
Yep.
So I got to wonder what they're doing. And I also got to wonder why I should trust them. But again, I do think Fox News' reporting really does make the most sense. They're bumbling morons.
Yep.
As much as I think they would intentionally do really, really messed up stuff, I think more so there's this common problem we see with communism. Chernobyl. You know, they get an idea, they rush forward, and then just like it's like it almost reminds me of someone doing a jigsaw puzzle.
Okay.
And they find a piece that looks like it could fit, it doesn't, so they just start pounding on the table. That's how I kind of describe how these communist countries try and implement these ideas.
Yeah.
You know, like Chernobyl, it's like you can see it's a nuclear reactor. We kind of understand how it'll work, and then it blows up and sprays radioactive, carbon or whatever into the atmosphere. Or like China being like, we're going to make a biolab, and then they just start slamming on the table to make it fit, and then boom, breach. Like they're nasty what they're doing with people, China forcefully harvesting organs.
It's messed up.
I wonder though, man,
It's really messed up.
what do we do if this story is true?
I mean, what do you mean if? Do we not know for certain that they're doing this?
Okay, so what do we do now that we know the story is true?
So it's officially true now. It's like it's not that I
Like,
didn't believe it, because
well, how do
there's
we?
been some
What
sources. But
what more could we have to confirm this? That's the challenge, right? So I know YouTube's already gonna smack us in the face for even talking about it. They're gonna derank this segment. Will be demonetized 100%. They're gonna say, "How dare you say it?" Yeah, well, you got multiple. That's the Washington Post. You got a professor from Rutgers. You got Fox News, Brett Baer. They're all saying it.
Yep.
What else do we need to say this is confirmed? Because I'll tell you what, I know there's going to be a lot of people reluctant to say it is. Even part of me, I'm like, oh man, do we say it? But here's the thing. A university in China released a paper saying they were experimenting on bats. Some guy got bit. Some guy got peed on.
Yep.
And he had to quarantine himself. They think that was the probable source. You then had the Washington Post saying we need to talk about this. The National Review, conservative paper, saying let's talk about this, all roads leading back to the lab. And now Brett Baer saying sources familiar with the reactions are saying this. And the AP coming out saying China withheld the information and the World Health Organization lied to us. What more does anyone need to say? Boom, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And it's not to say whether it was malicious or not, because that it's irrelevant for this
No.
all to seem it is true.
No, it was malicious.
Well, that's not what they're saying.
It absolutely
They're
is.
saying it originated from Wuhan.
No.
Them lying for 6 days, yes, that's malicious, for sure, absolutely.
Right.
But was it?
You
was
mean
them,
intentional spread?
Right. Was that them bumbling and going, "What do we do for 6 days?" And
Good point.
or was it like them going, "All right, let's let the
All
rest
right,
of the
all
world
right.
brew on it."
I actually agree.
Yeah.
You make a good point. I think the 6 days of doing nothing was Three Stooges syndrome.
Yeah, I think
They were running around in circles, bopping each other on that, going,
Someone give me an answer. Someone give me an answer right now. 6 days later. All right, let's just tell the world.
Yeah.
They're probably just too stupid to they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't about an answer. It was like Xi Jinping is going like, you over there, give me a report. And then he like runs over and slams into like a low-hanging tree branch or something and falls down.
Yeah.
And then the other one, and he's like, it's just bumbling around like morons.
See it.
They have malintent, like I mentioned, with those camps they're doing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think even if they were bumbling around like stooges, which it really does seem like they were, at least that's what the evidence, suggests now, they could have told us.
Exactly.
But that's, you know what? I got to be fair. It being a moron, I think you would be predisposed to not ask for help. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they think
I mean,
they're all
their
tough.
Their whole thing is to try to be better than us or better than everyone. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, so they're trying to save face
Dude.
as much as possible, and now it's crumbling. And what's worse is it's crumbling in their citizens are starting to get upset.
Yeah.
You know, their citizens are starting to like group up and band together because they're sick of this also.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify, and we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.